On Friday, January 24th, we're going to see the return to the ring for the monster. He who hails from Tokyo. Yeah, Japan. We're going to see Monster Inoue return to the ring. He was originally supposed to come and face Sam Goodman from the UK. But Sam suffered an injury in training. So in steps a fighter that we know not a lot about, but it could be interesting because 2025 is just kicking off. And we're talking about Inoue Kim from South Korea. Let's talk about this fight. ESPN is broadcasting, and it could be exciting. Boxing is an international sport, global. It's a sport where oftentimes when you talk about it being international, there could be fighters that you're not familiar with. And such is the case when we see Monster Inoue return to the ring on Friday, January 24th against Inoue Kim. This is going to be an interesting fight simply because of the unknown factor. And I love when last minute replacements happen because things just often do not go as planned. I had a chance to look at Kim a little bit, and I saw some interesting aspects of his fight game that could prove a challenge for Inoue. You know, Inoue is a guy, he's not invulnerable, but he does have mistakes that he makes in the ring. I recall when I watched him fight certain fighters like Luis Neri, Marlon Tapales, and Nonito Donaire. They were able in different ways to exploit some of the weaknesses of Monster. And as he comes into this fight, he's bringing his record of 28-0 with 25 KOs. And fighting out of Kanagawa, Japan, I said Tokyo earlier as a jest, but he's now 31 years of age and the super bantamweight undisputed champion. But he's thinking about moving up. He's thinking about fighting on Riyadh season events, having in the last quarter of 2024 signing up with Turki Al-Sheikh. And his originally proposed fight on this date of the 24th was supposed to be against the UK's Sam Goodman, a spirited fighter, but someone who was thought to be a fighter that may come in and be just enough to be a dance partner for Inoue for a few rounds and then bow out gracefully. But the South Korean, Kim, is coming in, and we know not a lot about the man. Kim happens to be 32 years of age. He's 5'4". He has a record of 21 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 13 KOs. But what was interesting about watching film on him is Kim is a destructive body puncher, people. He goes to the body and he gets results. That Chavez-like left hook to the liver, sometimes even a right hook. He looks fierce when he's punching to the body. Now, you may say, well, the 2 losses and 2 draws, that could be something that you can hand up to the judges, because in his losses, he was not stopped, but he lost decisions. The 2 draws means that the fight was close. Was it a case of hometown cooking? Who knows? However, he readily stated that he wants to step in and face Inoue. I love that. His nickname, Troublemaker / Packy Weather. He's taken Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather's name and combined them. How creative. Anyone who does something as silly as that, you might want to raise an eyebrow and take a closer look. Now, he could bow out in a round or 2. But the mere fact that the man raised his hand and say, "Here I am, I'm ready and willing," you have to take your hat off to him. And again, a lot of times when fighters step in and step up, it's usually something special that happens. Again, I'm not saying at any regard that this guy is going to upset Monster Inoue. But eventually, fighters who have been on top like he, especially when they're down in the lower weights, they have to show some sense of vulnerability. And seeing that Inoue loves to fight out of Japan, this may be the last time before his participation in Riyadh season that he gets a chance to look really good before moving forward. But what if he's challenged? You know, against Nonito Donaire, he suffered an eye injury, orbital bone or something like that. You never know. Things can happen in a match. And is he ready for this vaunted body attack that Kim can display? Monster loves to load up. We know that he stacks his wraps over in Japan. It's allowed. I wonder if Kim is aware of that. I wonder if Kim stacks his wraps. Fighting out of South Korea, we just don't know. But there's a chance for something exciting to happen, which is why I'm mentioning these men. The fight will be aired on ESPN. The men will perform their ring walks roughly 5 a.m. Central Time, stateside, because Japan is on a different time zone. But I would love to be able to catch this fight early on the replay. I won't be able to see it because I'll be on my way to work, but at the same time, who knows, man? And just what if, again, the upset takes place? Wouldn't you like to be one that's in that number, having witnessed? Because 2025 is already off to a great start as far as fighters doing their thing. And I would love to be there for this. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts about this fight and what would you like to see next for either man being the winner. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.